Welcome, my friends. As I am sure you have heard, mass layoffs have started at Twitter. Before the deal to buy Twitter was finalized, Elon Musk said that he would lay off 75% of the employees. Then, when he met with Twitter employees on the day before the deal was closed, he walked that promise back. Then, Musk closed the deal, at the astronomical price of $44 billion, as you know. And, then he brought in his trusted team of software engineers to review the code. The verdict: the layoff is not 75%, it is only 50%. I think that this will be the shot heard round the tech world. And now we hear that the affected employees have filed a class action lawsuit against Twitter in San Francisco federal court. This video continues our coverage of the wave of layoffs sweeping the United States. What does it mean for big tech companies? What does it mean for the economy? And, what does it mean for the future of the United States? But, before we get into all of that, please press the like button and leave us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Now that the mass layoffs at Twitter have begun, we are hearing that Twitter has been sued by former employees. These former employees allege that they were not given enough notice of the loss of their jobs. Under federal and California law, notice must be given to employees who lost their jobs due to mass layoffs. The class action lawsuit against Twitter was filed in San Francisco federal court. The complainants are 5 former Twitter employees. One employee, Emmanuel Cornett, is a software engineer who also creates satirical cartoons. Most of his cartoons critique Silicon Valley. Cornett was fired on Tuesday by Twitter. Twitter informed employees of the mass layoff on Thursday evening. The mass layoff comes just days after Elon Musk finalized the purchase of Twitter. Staffers will receive a notice about their employment in their work email if they still have a job, said Twitter in an email to employees. The notice will be in their personal email accounts if their employment is impacted, the email continued. Twitter is expected to cut 50% of its employees. That amounts to about 3,700 employees. The federal law called the Worker Adjustment and Retraining Notification WARN Act forces employers to provide advance notice of mass layoffs. Plaintiffs filed this action seeking to ensure that Twitter comply with the law and provide the requisite notice or severance payment in connection with the anticipated layoffs, the complaint states. We ask the court to issue an order requiring Twitter to obey the WARN Act, the complaint continues. We also ask the court to prevent Twitter from soliciting employees to sign documents that could give up their right to participate in litigation, the complaint continues. Twitter did not immediately comment on the action. Twitter has not filed any WARN notices with the agency this year, said spokesperson for California's Employment Development Department. People have been bracing for layoffs ever since Elon Musk began his takeover deal. But Twitter has not been profitable and needs to cut costs. And frankly, it has had too many layers of management and executives were basically paid too much. Musk and his trusted team of advisors are still finalizing the terms for the layoffs. Those who get to keep their jobs probably cannot work from home again. Musk is planning to put an end to Twitter's work from anywhere policy. Employees will now be required to work in the Twitter office, with maybe a few exceptions. Twitter employees had been worried about changes that Musk might bring. Now, it seems that their intuition was right and they had every right to be nervous. But Musk discussed this before he took over the company. It's no secret that the Elon Musk is not a fan of work from home arrangements. For example, he ordered Tesla and SpaceX employees an ultimatum. Basically, he demanded that employees spend 40 hours in the office or leave the company. If you recall, Musk telegraphed that he was prepared to cut 75% of Twitter employees in the weeks leading up to the deal closure. Reportedly, he walked that promise back when he visited Twitter's San Francisco HQ. Nevertheless, it was pretty clear that layoffs were still in the cards. After all, Twitter has never been profitable. And I think that we need to prepare ourselves for this to happen at other tech companies. Musk's first move was to fire former CEO Parag Agrawal and Chief Financial Officer Ned Siegel and other top executives. A number of director-level and vice president-level positions were let go over the weekend. Some remaining Twitter employees in management positions were asked to create lists of employees that could be cut. Those layoff lists were ranked and rated based on each employee's contribution to Twitter's code. Musk brought in his crack team of trusted engineers from Tesla to assess the Twitter software engineers. Musk is clearly ordering a mass layoff to save money because Twitter is burning cash. Musk is also implementing monumental changes for Twitter to earn money. For example, the price of Twitter Blue is being raised to $8 a month from $3 per month. The subscription will also be a necessary requirement for Blue verification badges from now on. Elon Musk's moves are going to set a new benchmark for tech companies. This is especially true of social media companies. Musk is making very bold moves as he usually does. But frankly, there are a lot of tech companies that are not profitable. But I think that the day of reckoning has finally come. This is a necessary step, and I think that it will become the standard for unprofitable tech unicorns. It might also become the standard for tech companies that have slowing or negative growth, like Meta and Netflix. And, if you follow this channel, you probably already know that tech companies are sensing weak macroeconomic conditions. It is fair to say that Q3 earnings were weak or weakening in most companies, aside from oil companies. Inflation is raging in most parts of the world. Central banks are aggressively raising interest rates in order to tame inflation. Consumers' budgets are getting tighter because of having to spend more on gas and food. So, consumer discretionary spending is weakening. Corporate marketers are cutting their ad budgets, especially online. And ad revenue is the lifeblood of many big tech companies. Meta has posted shrinking revenue for 2 quarters and maybe a third quarter as well. Meta has hinted at layoffs, but not actually made detailed announcements. Meta has begun quietly pushing out a significant number of employees. The company has restructured departments and given employees 30 days to find a new job within the company. This enables the company to cut a lot of positions without having to issue pink slips en masse. Analysts expect these reductions to be a precursor to deeper cuts. Meta is trying to cut costs by at least 15% by the end of the year. Shares in Meta platforms are down by over 50% so far this year. And the market capitalization of Meta has fallen by over $685 billion since its all-time peak in September 2021. The market capitalization of Google is down 27% over the past 12 months. This year, it is clear that Wall Street analysts are valuing profitability over prospective growth. As a result, unprofitable tech companies' shares are getting punished. It seems that the day of reckoning for tech unicorns has arrived. And all companies are forced to either be profitable, find a merge partner, or die. The window for initial public offerings is effectively closed. That is why some Wall Street investment bankers are predicting a wave of tech mergers later this year. But, what do you think? Please leave us a comment below and hit the like button. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Please share this video on social media. Thank you for watching.